Hello, everyone. By the time the other teachers join, I have a little prayer. Okay. Please join me for the prayer also. Okay. Is my PPT visible to all of you? Please put in the chat box. Is my PPT visible?
Yes, ma'am, your PPT is
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Can I
visible.
start? Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to make it full screen. Yeah. Hari Om and good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I'll have a little prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. You can see by the time I ask you a question, look into the slide that I have shown. And I'll begin with Gurudev's prayer. Today is his birthday, so I'll just have a little prayer. He said, children are the very cream of our generation. They are the rulers and makers of tomorrow. Upon them depends the future of the nation and the safety of our culture and tradition. So let us give them the best of everything. Now, again, before I begin, I can show you here one of the slides. It is showing a ship. Okay, and you can see the pics of the great leaders. Okay, I need not say, you all know about them. Okay, okay, they are great leaders, diverse fields, but they have similar attributes. One of the greatest visionary is here also. They have same. They are courageous, they have empathy, focus, they have gratitude, they are humble, they have influence, they are integrity, respect, self-awareness, a vision and learning agility. But before I move forward, I would like to tell you about J.R.D. Tata. He had a friend who used to say that he misplaces his pen every time. He was worried. J.R.D. suggested him to buy a costliest pen of 22 karat gold. Oh my God, think of. He purchased that. His friend said that he is very careful about his costly pen and he is surprised how he has changed. JRD explained that the value of the pen made the difference and there was nothing wrong with him as a person. This is what happens to our life. We are careful with things which we value the most. If we value health, we will be careful about health. Value friends, we'll treat them with respect. We value money, we'll be careful. Value time, we will not waste it. We value relationship, we will not break it. So everything depends on the perception of value. Okay, so it is also said it is not what you do for children, okay, but what you have taught them, okay, that for themselves that will make them successful human beings. Okay, It is our teacher's perception that how we handle the children. See, the primary aim of education is not to enable students to do well, but to help them do well in lives they lead outside school. In school, lessons are taught first and then comes the test. But in life, tests come first and lessons are learned later. Now, like just now we had a examination, IIT, NEET. Everybody is worried for the marks. But who is worried that our children should be good human beings? Okay, so in the school, the lessons are taught first and the tests come later. But in life, tests come first. So what should be the aim of education? Is it that we should prepare them for money or we should prepare them for life? That is important. No, the aim of education is, in one word, I will say transformation. So value education plus value-based education is holistic education. In other words, education with a vision is holistic education. When we talk to teachers also, what is holistic education? They say good in subjects, good in behavior. Behavior is important, but what is important? Value education and value-based education. Please remember, values can never be taught. It can be inculcated. Whatever your students are, it's all because of you. The way they see you, the way they see their teacher, they follow. The way they see their parents, they follow. I tell you, frankly, whatever I am today is because of my parents and teachers both. Here I would like to mention, it is said, children are God. You must have heard of this. Children are God. No doubt, children are God. But at the same time, we need to understand that we should take care of their overall development. Gurudev said, children are not careless, they are caredless. Okay, children are not careless, they are caredless. They are not useless, they are useless. So, what we should do? We should, Saita, you check your device. Okay, I think if I'm audible to all, then fine. Then you need to check your device. Okay. Doesn't matter. You can see the slides and gaze what I am saying. No, Arjuna, when confronted by the huge army of Kauravas, was on the verge of surrendering. It was then Lord Krishna, by his motivational advice, saved him from collapsing. Swamiji calls it Arjuna disease and Krishna treatment. Believe me, all the students are like, Arjunas, and we teachers are Krishna. We always need to help the children. Our children are our future. Today's students are the future of tomorrow. So it is imperative on our part to give them right education. So what is education? Education is an empowering tool. Okay, so that they can face the challenges of life. True education raises the standard of living life. Life and living. This is the NEP 2020. NEP 2020 says don't not only give students academic excellence, but empower them with values so that they grow well. So academics living standard of life depends on on living, and standard of life depends on value system. So education plus value, that is holistic education. That is what it is said. Last line, please look into education. Invest in the child, not on the child. On the child, sorry to say that. आजकल पेरेंट्स क्या करते हैं बच्चों को, जाओ ट्यूशन पढ़ने चले जाओ. I can tell you 99.9% parents are sending to some coaching centers here and there. So they are investing on the child. What should be invested in the child? That is value system. Okay, they think only पढ़ेगा बच्चा हो जाएगा. He will get the marks, it will be done. No. Okay, if I'm not audible, please check your devices. Okay, so invest in, or you can use another device. Okay, so invest in the child, not on the child. Okay, that is important. So let us ensure that we inculcate value system. This makes me tell you, long back in our school, results are always doing very well. But one of the students who was, I think, fifth at national level in class +2. He said, ma'am, मैं कभी tuition गया ही नहीं. My father, my uncle used to teach me, and I would go for the self-studies. That's important. So here, I'm not promoting or de-promoting anyone. My idea is let us invest in the child, not on the child. On the child is money. In the child is value system. So objective. You can see the slide. You can see rock over there in the water. Okay. So what we should the objective of today's session is let us inculcate in the children the value system so that they can cross over all the hurdles. There are hurdles. If you remember, long back I had quoted, I had read this. Okay. So I would like, this is by our गुरुदेव बाबा जी. He said, क्या हार में क्या जीत में किंचित नहीं भयभीत में संघर्ष पथ पर जो बढ़ा वह भी सही यह भी सही हार नहीं मानूंगा राह नहीं मानूंगा और ये तभी होगा जब हम बच्चों में we inculcate right value system. Values are really valuable. If you ask, a value is valuable if practiced. If not, there is no value in any life. So let us make our children strong enough so that they cross over the hurdles और पानी की धारा की तरह आगे बढ़ते जाएं. They should keep moving forward with a vision and clear-cut goal. Yeah, the idea is create awareness about multi-dimensional growth of students. Physical, intellectual, cultural, moral. Okay. Yes, कभी हार नहीं होती. Yes, physical, intellectual, cultural, moral, aesthetics, and scientific aspects to facilitate awareness, development of socio-emotional. Sarita Verma, you please check your device. I think if I'm audible to all, then I think you should check because I'm running short of time. If I'm audible to all, please put a note in a yes, one or two, not everyone. Am I audible? Yes, very good, Meera. Right. So I think those, if not audible, please check your devices. Okay. So Sarita Verma, please check your device to facilitate development of thanks everyone. Socio-emotional competencies alongside cognitive skills. I tell you, if you remember, I had shown the slide of great people. They are the great leaders. They have they have inculcated value system. It was Gurudev's birth anniversary in last month, May 9th. Okay. And Rabindranath Tagore, he never went to school, but we are reading his books. It is not that what values have been inculcated is important. So values, if you ask me, values, what are values? Okay. Values are, value is valuable if practiced. If not, there is no value. I would like to mention here, what are values? It is, values are real values. Okay. Values are the formed beliefs and ideas held by a person which determine, frankly speaking, check your parents, ask your teachers, don't you believe them? You believe them. Why? Because they are incarnation of value system. If you believe them, yes, they are they are inculcating values in you and you believe them. Now, I would like to mention here again that values are form beliefs. These are the guiding principles which provide a basis for individual choices, right action, right values. What are human values? Human values are they develop the personality of a person. Right thinking, right action is power. No doubt we all have wonderful ideas, but the instrument of mind is not available to us at any moment. Unless we master our mind, we cannot translate ideas into action. So, master your mind and master the world. The mind is an instrument that translate into action. When I think you संस्कृत टीचर्स और जब आप बच्चे से पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने बच्चों के वैल्यू के सिस्टम्स हैं उन कहा गया संस्कृत में काकी चेष्टा वको ध्यानम श्वान निद्रा तथैविच अल्पाहारी गृह त्यागी विद्यार्थी पंच लक्षण सुखाचिना कुतः विद्या विद्यार्थिना कुतः सुखम सुखाचिना व त्यजेत विद्या विद्यार्थिना च त्यजेत sukham. So what is important? training the mind so that we are into right direction. We think right because right thinking is a habit that can be cultivated. कोई देखे या न देखे, Allah देख रहा है. God is watching. Okay. I'll show a video towards the end of the session. Okay, so having recognized a thought negative, please throw it off. Okay, be positive because good thoughts and noble action add to your personality every day. So success, it depends on not on proficiency but on efficiency, and efficiency depends on the value system. You know, Gurudev said, handle yourself with your hand, with your mind. Handle others with your heart. Please, Sudha, check your device, beta. Okay, handle others with your heart. Handle yourself with your mind. That is why it is important. Okay, now what are values? Values that our intellect holds ardently and accepts, decides our quality of thoughts. Okay, values decide the qualities of our thoughts. Texture of our performance in the world is decided by the very important. As is the mind, so are the thoughts. So are the thoughts, so are the values. So values depend on our thought process. Okay, so if I'm not audible to some, keep on watching the slides. That will, okay. No, so as is the mind, so are the thoughts. So what is important? We should train our mind. Now I tell you what is education. Education is training the mind is essence of education. You train your mind, you are educated. Okay, then you can transform. No, value. Value is the regard for a thing, situation, or attitude, and that is esteemed by the person. Respect, earn it. You cannot say, children, respect me. You have to earn with a good behavior, with by helping the students. We should inculcate. We cannot say anything. Hey, हमें, मतलब, you should respect me. Humility, you have to develop it. Self-control is nothing but mind control. Okay, so in other words, I can say that education for values. Values should not be treated as ideal concepts but as empowering tools. Values आपको empower करते हैं. They empowering you to face challenges. I can tell you, values are defined as everything from eternal ideas. Values are guiding principles. Well, I tell you another example. Values are like seeds that sprout, become saplings, grow into trees, and spread their branches all around. So building up a value system starts with the person. So building values is an integral factor of the process of internalization of value system. So the very nature of value education implies empowering students with skill. NEP 2020 says competency-based education. This makes me tell you, people are mistaken. What is competency? What is competition? Competition is another competency. Okay, but competency is skill-based education. So education that develops skill, education that educates you, education that transforms you, education that changes you is real education. So individual is the first building block of value. It all depends from the beginning, childhood. Now this is very sweet slide. I call it a sweet slide because this is very important. It speaks of, that 3 to 5 years, we should love children. Okay. And 5 to 10 years are the formative years. Develop value system in them. 10 to 14 years, they are flashes of wonder, questioning to be allowed, controlling the mind and allowed to grow. This is the age development plan. If you are handling primary, concentrate. Handling +2, concentrate. Okay. Now, we need of value education. Now the question begins, why need of value education? It's only because there is degeneration of values, dysfunction of families, increased violence and crime, and effect of media and information is overloaded. So that is why it is important. See, when we were students, we had hardly value education class. But I tell you, believe me, you adore your parents. Yes or no? Put in the chat box. Please, you adore your you adore your teachers, yes or not? Yes, but not because there are problems. इसीलिए values की बात इतनी हो रही है. Okay, and we are responsible. We are not making our children grow that we will groom. हमारी जैसे परवरिश हुई थी वैसे अब नहीं हो रही है. Whatever reasons, बहुत सारे कारण हो सकते हैं. But important is that we need to, see our children that they grow well. आजकल की जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, द कॉम्पिटिटिव माइंडसेट, जैसा मैंने बताया, डॉक्टर इंजीनियर और कुछ बनना ही नहीं है, थर्ड बन गए. हु थिंक्स ऑफ बीइंग अ गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग? दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो एजुकेशन should talk about that. Let our children be good human being. इंसान एक है, मानवता एक है. We all belong to a family. Prioritize value. That is why we have to prioritize value education, integrating value in activities. No, product of education, I already spoke to you. Thanks, Taj. Transformation of character. I think जब हम छोटे थे आप, when you were a student, you are definitely much younger generation to me. But when I was a student, हमने पढ़ा था, if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. Health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, everything is lost. But now, who bothers for the character? Sorry, who bothers for the value system? So it is very important that we need to transform the character of students through education, education that molds. Okay, it is not only alphabets or alankara or whatever. Education is that really changes. When I was in school, our chairman, Mr. S.M. Khurana, he used to say, a school is judged by the way the students walk on the road. अब बच्चों की यूनिफॉर्म देखो, उनके चलने का स्टाइल देखो, उनका हेयर स्टाइल देखो, उनके शूज देखो, you will understand कि ये बच्चा कौन से स्कूल से है. Don't take it other way. But what I want to say, that is the fact. So let us create leaders for tomorrow through value education, developing human values. Okay. Nurturing an ethical approach, collaborate skills. Okay. I'm just giving the tips. 1 hour is not much time. So I'm rushing a little fast so that and whatever you like, you can click the slide. Okay. So holistic development I spoke about. Let us revisiting values, creating balance between child and community, develop classrooms and schools as learning events. Okay. Still, whatever, the role of school has not come down. So let us make our schools the best place of education. Education, again I repeat, it is not academic education. It shows the balance in life. Okay, it makes us academically sound, but at the same time, it makes us a person valuable. Okay, so values are valuable, eternal and priceless. Healthy values comprise ethics. Okay, healthy values comprise ethics. Imparting values to children is very, very important. Always sail through rough patches. Okay, कठिनाइयां आती हैं, मुश्किलें आती हैं, but a person who is a man of integrity, man of ethics, okay, always sails through. That is why it is important. Integrity, empathy, I told you. Values of life determine how the individual reacts to the external world. I tell you a story short here, not story, an incident. Harish Chandra's own son died. The mother of the child brought the body for cremation to that fellow who happened to be her husband and said, sorry, 10 paisa is the tax you paid. I have not got a pie. Then he said, I'm sorry, my master has fixed the rate. You come tomorrow morning. So he did not allow. So if the master says he has no objection, he said so. So what I want to say, truthfulness, the honesty of words, आज भी हम सच्चाई की बात करते हैं तो हमें हरीश चंद्र की याद आती है. हरीश चंद्र हमेशा सत्य बोलते थे. He was सत्यवादी, a man of truthfulness. Similarly, I gave very simple example of your parents and your teachers. You value them. Why? Because of their value, because of their character. You have faith in them. That is important. Now, developing it. Why value education? To develop human values derived from Indian Constitution, responsible attitude, developing problem solving attitude towards contemporary challenges, sense of duty. No, last line is very important. Education is the root, culture is the flower, and wisdom is the fruit. Please remember that. This is important. Education is the root, culture is the fruit, flower and wisdom is the fruit. So अगर हम पढ़ेंगे, it is not only bookish knowledge, how we apply, how we see. When I was a little girl, believe me, my mother used to say, "Beta, the world is bad." And she also said, the world was bad, the world is bad, the world will be bad. अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? You be what you are. Don't follow the world. The world was bad, don't follow. The world is good, okay. So you have to adjust yourself and you have to move forward with your own value system. That is important. Okay, don't blame the world, blame ourselves. Let us blame ourselves. The world was bad, the world is bad, the world will be. That's not bad. In other words, we can say the world was good, the world is good, and the world will be good. It all our perception, all our thought process, all our thinking. So that we should inculcate in the children. Yes, दुनिया जैसी थी रहेगी, but हमें क्या करना है? We should be different. That is important. Please keep guiding your children. When I was a student, I remember these quotes because these were ingrained in us. So values need to be ingrained. Yes. Okay. Now, second, thanks everyone. Okay. Value education focuses on instilling positive qualities. I said the world is good. Let us see the positive. दुनिया जैसी थी, हम तो चेंज नहीं कर सकते. We have to change ourselves. Let us change ourselves, our vision, our thought process. Okay. Now, value education various levels, individual level. See, as a student, we should guide them that how they can be compassionate, how they can trust, courageous, joy, sense of freedom, love, empathy, cooperation. ये हमें बच्चों को individual level पे बतानी है. Okay, community level पे important is yes, विद्या ददाति विनयम विनयाति याति पात्रतम परमो धर्म. Yes, विद्या महान धन है. Interpersonal relationships, tolerance, community level. In a school also, we should guide children how they should behave in the class, how they should behave in the road. Don't take it other way. But in the school, in the school, washroom fights are very common. Playground fights are very common. So let us guide children that they should not do like that. How they should live in cooperation. How they are a community, a students community. Okay. Outside also there are student community, there are other communities. So how they should behave and how they should develop interpersonal relation. That is important. Brother, brother, sister, sister, friends, friend, teacher, student. There are variety, many neighbors, everything. So we should guide them. See, I'm just giving you, I'm sparking. Okay, now you have to take it further. You have to find out your ways that how you can do it. No, national level, respect for child, human rights, citizenship, these are a little at high level when they go to class 9 and 10. International level, see, if anything happens anywhere, the whole world gets affected. Yes. So what is important? We should guide them that how they should appreciate the culture and heritage of the world. I'll be talking about globalization a little later. Okay. See, these are constitutional values, justice, equality, fraternity, freedom, unity. See, these are all, but what we can do in our level, that is our call. I will just take example of protection of natural environment. अभी हम बहुत कहते हैं गर्मी होगी, global warming. Why global warming? Because we are cutting the trees. एक पेड़ काटते तो 10 लगाओ, क्योंकि उनको बढ़ने में तो समय लगेगा. It will take time. There was Earth Day celebrated this month. I don't know how many of you did it, but yes, we should celebrate Environment Day. How we can save nature is very, very important. Okay, nature includes what? When you think that I cannot take now because again it needs a session that how we can protect natural resources. Now, these are eternal values. Peace, thanks Azharji. Peace, harmony, happiness, goodness, beauty, ethics, integrity. These are eternal values, cannot be changed. Ethics and integrity. This makes me tell you very, very, good example of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was a very successful attorney. Once it so happened that he had to listen in many facts. Somebody came, and told him to take up a case. Lincoln said, I understand your case. It is technically strong, but ethically weak. I cannot accept your case. The man said, I'm willing to pay whatever you want. He said, fees is not a problem. The problem is that knowing the facts that I am arguing in front of the judge at all the time, that I'll keep saying to myself, Lincoln, you are a liar. Lincoln, you are a liar. So I will not be able to fight myself. He did not accept the case. He said, no, I will not fight. Okay, one question, I leave it up to you. Don't answer me here. You can think, what is that? Three of the friends went to a hotel and they said, who will pay the bill? One of them said, I will pay the bill. Why? I will get tax exemption. Another said, no, 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 I'll put it in miscellaneous. Third said, no, 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 my company will pay me for that. Oh my God. Why? It was not that for goodness they are paying the bill. They are paying the bill because they will get it reimbursed. So where is the ethic? Are you getting my point? So we should guide students that how they can be ethical. I gave you, an example of JRD. You can find out many examples. Core values: truthfulness, love, duty, service, forbearance. These are core values. It is important that we guide. Love. I will talk on love because there are plenty. I cannot talk on all, but I gave you some examples. Love is love. About love, we say love is to human heart as sun is to flowers. Okay. It so happened that Gurudev met an old couple who had lived 53 years of married life. They had their tiffs, quarrels, everything. Okay. Yet they lived joyously. Okay. Once Gurudev was talking and he asked him, how are you so happy? Okay. He asked, the man said, I married her and we remained in a happy long life because we have so many faults in common. Wow, that is why you are happy. And the lady said, Swamiji, we like someone because we love someone in spite of. What a statement. Because then, so if you, because, see, जो मैंने पहले कहानी बताई उसमें how they wanted to pay because, and here they love each other in spite of their faults. So that is love for the person, love for the friendship, love for the family, love for the community, love for the society. See, you can pick up anything and you can delve into that and keep guiding children on various occasions. That is important. Okay. Now, understanding values. Certain values are acquired. This is again very important. There are certain values which are acquired. Certain values are universal. Universal values are like honesty and humility. Universal values acquired. I can give an example. Reading competency. Okay, it's an acquired skill. So you can keep on thinking. Unconditional love, yes. So certain values are universal. Values are valuable if we value them. Assimilated value. What is assimilated value? That is your core value. जिससे आप कभी हट नहीं सकते हो. That is your value. And you are regarded for that. That if you are known as a very good teacher, that is your assimilated value. Okay, if you are known for your, anger, that is your value, negative value, but it can be turned into positive. So, no, pride versus humanity. Okay, so there should be no ego. We do everything better than others. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, I tell you, once upon a time, the king of Ayodhya and the king of Kashi, they were crossing a bridge. The king of Kashi said, I am the king. Give me the way. पहले मैं जाऊंगा. The king of Ayodhya said, no. हम पहले दूसरों को रास्ता देते हैं. We give way to others. Think of pride and humility. Okay? No pretense. No pretense is the value. हमें जो नहीं है वो show नहीं करना है. What we are not, we should not show. A cat was trained by its owner to raise its paw and nod its head. एक बिल्ली ने ट्रेनिंग दी थी. The owner said it was a holy cat and would solve the problems. People started coming and paying money. Oh my God. Once a rat appeared. Think what happened. He was pretending. So what is important? No pretension. That is not a value. Value-based education. This is important. You know what is value-based education? It says values cannot be taught like a subject. Languages, history, science. These can only be inculcated through situations deliberately. Like values, as I said, like languages, they can talk about aesthetics. The nature of social science, political science, okay, they develop value-based perspective. Mathematics and sciences, they talk about responsibility in fostering values. Similarly, sports and fine arts, they give opportunities to develop various values, values of cooperation, values of togetherness. You can do that. Okay, so value inculcation should be through subjects. This makes me tell you, you know, most of you must be class 10 and 12 teachers. For every chapter, please frame a value-based question. Got my point? Start doing it. Take permission from the principal and do it. One value-based question. Okay, Urvashi, good if you are doing it, very good. But many of are not doing, those who are not doing, please start doing. You know what will happen? Spontaneously, the values will be inculcated. So poems, stories, example of great and noble person, group discussion, these are other ways to inculcate value system. Every language is a great treasure. In Hindi literature, like we have Jaishankar Prasad, Chandan Verma, and many, very good, Rekha. Okay, so in Sanskrit language also there are examples of universal values. Okay, विद्याधर अब किसने लिखा था विद्याधराति विनयम. Yes. Okay, there are poems of great poets that can like beauty kids. Beauty is to see, truth is beauty. Okay, but at the same time it is important that we apply this. Knowing is different, application is different. Let us keep on applying. So value inculcation through examples of great person. Must have heard of Major Dhyan Chand, who refused to be a coach of a foreign team in spite of financial hardships. He said, if I am a coach of foreign team and that team defeats India, oh my God, how will I show my face to others? I cannot do that. So he did not become the coach. What a great man. A lesson on Mahatma Gandhi. His vow to always speak truth. Dr. Abdul Kalam's advice, dream big, dream always. So there are plenty examples that you can pick. Okay. So situations you have to create. I already spoke about that. Teaching competencies, okay. Ability to discern and create learning environment is important. Exhibit intellectual integrity. This is very, very important. Unless you exhibit intellectual integrity, how can you do that? A teacher needs to be, you know, uh, what to say, um, house of knowledge. Okay, ability to discern and create learning environment in a class. Instruction, whatever the students say, yes, gratitude is important. Sensitivity to conflict of values, exhibit intellectual integrity. See, I want this makes me tell you, don't worry. Okay, in the school also sometimes teachers fight. Sorry, verbal fight, not physical, verbal. But please never do it in front of the students. And what values you are inculcating. We have to be very careful. Once upon a time, this is again example. A very good teacher. She was favorite of all. Oh my God, the students adored her. One day, oh, thanks, Sadhna. One day, the teacher went to the market and think of, she was smoking. Oh my God. And by mistake, she clicked and it came viral. Think of what would have happened. Okay, so it is very important that a teacher should be what? You are a teacher at home, in the market, in a movie, or wherever you are. You are adored. You are the role model. You are the role model for the students. Okay, don't be role model. Be a role model. Think of the words MODEL, MODA, whatever. So be a role model to the children because you are a teacher. Frankly speaking, you have different, I am going to say here in companies also, if anyone is BM or GM, whatever, they retire. But a teacher is a teacher, always adored, whatever age. That is why I allowed to be a teacher. I'm very happy that I'm a teacher. When I was a student, my teacher asked me, आपको क्या बनना है? मैंने कहा मुझे आपके जैसा बनना है. I want to be like you. Okay, so that is our competency. You are competent. That is very important. Okay. No, plan lesson keep in mind. Identify the values as I already spoke about. Develop a strategy to communicate, identify concept, and the process of dissemination of values is important. Okay, reflect and discuss efficacy of words. The teacher must, however, bear in mind the age appropriateness. That is important. How you should talk to the child. Make yourself available for the children. This makes me tell you, sometimes it so happens, अरे छुट्टी के बाद हमसे मिलना. Come after school. Sorry, child, I have no time today. Please, never say that. You take out your time and then you call the child, because think of a child must have been thinking for the whole day, आज मुझे मैम से मिलना है, आज मुझे सर से मिलना है. And when you go and they say, sorry child, I cannot. Oh my God, leave everything aside. Students are a priority and they love you. Believe me, we may not remember their names, but the students do remember, and that is our teaching competency. Let us create conducive environment. Just very short anecdote I will say. There was a teacher who was doing correction in the staff room. Okay, and suddenly the bell had gone. And she said, oh my God, the little devil seemed to be behaved. She went to the class. She was about to enter. She heard the students were copying her. Stand up, don't fidget. Why is the work not complete? Why you are not sounding thrashing? My God. And she went on. The students were copying her. She was angry. The little rascals. Today I'm going to teach you a lesson. And she pushed the door. But when she went inside, there was a pin drop silence. And she thought, henceforth, I will not use these words for my students. It is very important. We should not use rough language for the children. Your angry face makes the child, unhappy. So NEP 2020 speaks about this. I rushed through because of paucity of time. I wish I had 2 hours. Integrated development, Indian culture. These are the integrated development speaks of physical, emotional, intellect. This is important. How you help children in growing physically. Okay, a cat grooms itself. Why not tell a student that you are smart, you are sweet, you are good, whatever you are. Take care of physical fitness, allow games, keep guiding on the food. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, speaks about 3 types of food: sattvic, rajasic, tamasic food. Sattvic is good, rajasic is, all saucy and all, and tamasic is another way. So we should guide children for healthy food, balanced diet. This is important. Balanced diet is very important. As is the food. अभी कहा ना, जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. Okay, as is the food, so is the mind. मैंने पहले भी यहाँ कुछ कहा था. Hygiene, personal cleanliness, physical grooming, health education, yoga and meditation. Personal cleanliness is very important. Okay, ensure that the nails are cut, short hair. See, they're small, you might be doing it, but these sessions are a reminder. Emotional development, security, teacher, mother, handle emotions. Positive relationship is very important. Mental health is equally gender specific. Good touch, bad touch. Let us talk to children, especially to the girls. What is good touch? What is bad touch? Handle children emotionally. I had read from a sloka, Deepajyoti Param Brahma Deep Sarvatamopaha Deepena Sadhyate Sarvam Shubham Deepam Namo Namaha. Children are like lamp of knowledge, and you are lighting up their nylon system. Swami Tejavananda ji said, don't teach the child, touch the child. बच्चे को touch कर लो. Don't teach the child, touch the child. That's real value. Okay, and he will be emotionally yours. Kindling the intellect. analytical, all these you keep on browsing through. If you want, you can collect, because I'm running fast because I want to speak, but time is not allowing me. Spiritual development, I will tell you, it is not that we should keep on thinking on spiritualism. Idea is how we should tap the goodness of the children. That is spiritualism. How we talk the spirit of the child, how he is good, that is important. Indian culture, let us talk about custom tradition like namaste, touching the feet, cultural motivation, cultural heritage, appreciation. This makes me tell you, whatever caste or religion you all belong to, let us follow that. But everyone says good. So let us talk to the goodness. Patriotism, pride in motherland, feel of Indianness, unity in diversity, responsibility, accountability. There are plenty, plenty, plenty. Okay. This makes me remind, when I was a little girl, I had read a poem of Makhanlal Chaturvedi, जिसमें कहा गया था, पुष्प की अभिलाषा मुझे तो उनमें ना मलमाली, उस पथ पर देना तुम फेर, मातृभूमि पर शीश चढ़ाने, जिस पथ जावे वीर अनेक. When I was a student, or maybe your parents' age, उस समय देशभक्ति को छोड़ के कुछ बात ही नहीं होती थी. Okay, we are not supposed to see the other movies, any movie of patriotism. Anyhow, now things have changed. We should change with the time, but at the same, yeah, boy, ped babool kaam kahan se ho. Yes. So it is very, very important that we should instill a feel of pride in motherland. And I wanted to say globalization. Okay. Again, I remember Sanskrit shloka. What was that? वत्स अयम निज पदो वेति गणना लघु चेतसाम उदात चरिता नाम तु वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. दुनिया एक कुटुंब है. So, NEP 2020 speaks about globalization. Let us talk about that. Our universal outlook is an appreciation, sensitivity and commitment. World issues, sensitive, young age. ऐसा नहीं कि हम बड़े होके बताएं दुनिया एक है. बचपन से बताओ. प्राइमरी सेक्शन में बच्चे टीचर बोलते हैं ना, फैमिली ट्री बनाओ. Let us make world tree. Let the child visualize. उसके हाथ में तो मोबाइल है बचपन से ही. He is watching. So let us feel. One world, one family, from economic angle, technological angle. Thanks, Chandra. Relationship with God, harmony in creation, being sensitive to world issues. That is a feel of, Vasaya Kutumbakam. One more, there is a 5-step approach. Knowing, let children be aware of their inherent values. ये बहुत important है. उनको पता होना चाहिए कि उनकी ये inherent values हैं, उनके parental. Making judgment, let us guide them how they should not lose temper. Okay, in conflicting situation, let us make them believe in yourself. Okay, action, practice these values in actual life. Internalization is very important. Values बोलने से कुछ नहीं होता. Okay, values बोलने से कुछ नहीं होता. But we need to internalize values. A man, values. The way you talk is your value. The way you walk speaks of your value. मैंने बताया ना, कोई देखे या न देखे, अल्लाह देख रहा है. God is watching. He is omnipresent. So let us internalize value system. Some strategy I'll quickly say. Interactive practices, relationships, rules and regulations. Sorry, I'm learning what to do. Okay. Rules and regulations of school, the process of sharing good practices, staff development, systematic planning of activities, harmony, space and experiential learning. Okay, these we should. I'm just giving strategies. If you want any slide, you can click or keep browsing. Role plays, morning assembly is the best way to inculcate values. Clubs and societies, house councils, surveys, group studies. Okay. Must celebrate Matri Divas, Pitri Divas, various colors day, visit to temples, parks, environment day, Sanskrit Divas, Hindi Divas, art week. There are n number of activities that you can, excursion is very good. नहीं जा रहे हो तो बच्चों को ले जाना शुरू करो. They will develop lot of values. How to be away from the parent, be with the teacher and friend. They will learn a feel of cooperation, collaboration. बहुत important है. Good roti bank. In Jamshedpur, we have a roti bank where we give roti every Monday. Anyhow, leading a research program, project individual, project बहुत जरूरी है. Okay. Debates on values based on topics, offering social services. Okay. मैगजीन ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, आप अपने स्कूल में एक मैगजीन निकालो ऑन वैल्यू एजुकेशन. Okay, and all 4 sessions you cover: physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, culture, patriotism, world is one. इन सबको एक में करो आप and start developing a magazine. Okay, real education is value based education. Character education, develop critical thinking, respect and empathy. Okay, and encourage honesty, integrity in academic, personal endeavors, admitting mistakes instead of living, critical thinking, all these, respect, empathy. I think as a teacher, you can elaborate on every point. Okay. Responsibility and community engagement, resilience, perseverance. Resilience is very important. जो मैंने आपको एक दिखाई थी वो slide. Okay. Using real life case studies and role models, very important. Lifelong learning, building a responsible citizenry, promoting values like fairness, justice, equality, create individuals, okay. Nurture high values for the healthy economics of mind is important. Role of teachers, now here comes your role. Teachers, see, you can see the pots, okay. You are the potter, you are doing it. You are the gardener too. Teachers must respect students. Classrooms to have an atmosphere of freedom and positivity. Variety of activities practiced for divergent thinking. Okay, teachers should use technology and aids, practical work in science subject. आपको subject के हिसाब से बताना है बच्चों. Okay, this is very important. See the if a child with tolerance, वो patient होता है. उसको encourage करोगे, he will be confident. उसको प्रशंसा करोगे, he will learn appreciation. Fairness की बात होगी, तो justice आएगा. A great teacher, you are a great teacher. You should be a continuous learner. It is not end of everything. See, I've just given you tips, paucity of time. I cannot help it. A great teacher is proactive. A great teacher inspires. And you all are great teachers. You innovate. Role performance, professionalism is very important. Be professional. Okay. Dynamism. A teacher needs, अगर आप dynamic हो, तो आपके बच्चे भी dynamic होंगे in a positive way. See, a teacher said, I am a kingmaker who is far superior to king. Therefore, I must handle my children's mind very carefully. Again, I slept and dreamt. Life was a beauty. I woke up and found life was a duty. Your life is your duty. Well, education, it's a helix effect. Strong positive relationships, positive dispositions of learning to love learning, emotional and spiritual space, calm teaching and learning environment. Okay. Now, quality teaching, yes, it is equally important. Quality teaching, intellectual depth, communicative competence, a capacity of reflection, self-management, self-knowledge. This is very, very important. Conclusion. I conclude. See, as I said in the beginning, training the mind is essence of education. Train the mind of children. Train the mind of children. Okay. Put thought and noble action. Add to your personality and make you a greater man each day. Please, please tell the student. So living the right values of life is like building a dam across the river. And who is building a dam? Who is the builder of the dam? Tell me. Who is builder of the dam? In chat box. Who is builder of the dam? I wrote the last quote, living the right values of life is like building a dam across the river. And who is the builder of the dam? Anyone can answer? Who is the builder of the dam? Yes, I'm looking. Yes, Adaf, very good. Yes, Priya Urvashi. Yes, you are the builders of the dam. That's wonderful. It's said by Swami Chinmayanandaji. No. See, the child says, if you touch me soft and gentle, if you look at me and smile at me, if you listen to me and then talk to me, I will grow. That's why I said to handle children, use your heart. To handle others, yourself, use your mind. Children and others, use your heart. Short videos you see. Divinity is not to be given, thou art. Okay. There's one more video. You can see that. So finally, I would like to say, divinity is not to be given that thou art. Let us, in the children, inculcate values. Okay. Thank you so much for being with me. I think if you have any question, you can ask me. Any question? Any question? Any question? You can put in a chat box. Thank you is okay. I understood. Even I enjoyed, but the paucity of time made me run fast. Okay. Had it been 1.5 hours, I would have justified it more. That's what I feel. Okay. I had to run fast because of paucity of time. I was limitedly given 1 hour. I said, "ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. I would love to interact with you all." Okay. If no questions, you can please ask. I have still 2 minutes time because I was thinking I may not be able to finish. So I was a little faster in my session. Any question you can ask me. I'm very happy that many of you responded. Some of you had some problem, in the video audio, but I think you can always check. Okay. I will definitely say that again, that living the right values of life is like building a dam across the river. Don't worry for anything. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Life is yours. Values are yours. And believe me, your generation, next generation, you will groom well. Not only students, you will be a parent also. Many of you are parents. Many of you would be parents. So what? The sister said, you live your own ways of life. That is important. And assimilate good values. Follow the culture of the school. Follow the instructions of the principal. Any doubt, you can always talk to them. There is no issue. Okay, but very politely. Remember, core values are very important. Politely, to work, to speak politely, to be humble. Okay, very, very important. Okay. Swami Chinmayananda ji said, humility is the virtue of culture. If you are humble, that is not your weakness. That is your strong point. Only strong people are humble. Okay, thanks, Anand. Only strong people are humble. So never take anyone's humility as, weakness. It is never weak. Thanks, everyone. Well, yeah, yes, without support of parents. Here, and one of you asked a question, can we help students without help of parents? Yes. Here, the important role is, I cannot say 100% yes, but here, before you talk to the children, please have a meeting with the parent. Counsel the parent. Your counseling the parent will help the child, to grow differently. Then If the parent understands, the child will understand more. So that is important. Okay. So, counsel the parents and then they will listen you. Okay. Normally, difficult to change parents, but doesn't matter. Even parents listen to the teacher. So you have great power. You all are very powerful. Believe me, teachers are powerful. You are powerful. Use your power in very positive manner. The parents will be with you. आप उसके बच्चे का ध्यान रखते हो तो पेरेंट्स आपका क्यों नहीं रखेंगे? दे विल डेफिनेटली लाइक यू, दे विल लव यू. आप उनके बच्चे का ध्यान रखते हो, दे विल टेक केयर एंड दे विल लिसन यू. उसके बाद क्या होगा? प्रॉब्लम्स विल बी ओवर. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? यस, वी हैव लॉट्स ऑफ पावर. टीचर इज पावरफुल. बिलीव मी, बिलीव मी. आज भी टीचर्स को बच्चे जहां भी हों झुक करके सलाम करते हैं, प्यार करते हैं, पैर छूते हैं. उनके पेरेंट्स आपको बहुत मानते हैं क्योंकि आपने उनके बच्चे को पढ़ाया है. They think you have done. You have honored. You have made him what he is today. Yes, your positivity has a great effect. Okay, so Ruma, can I leave?
Yes,
Ruma?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you, Ruma. Thank you,
Thank you,
Subhashri
ma'am.
madam.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Patna. Thank you, Sahodaya. Patna, okay, and Jamshedpur. Thank you so much.